Okay, we're here. A couple minutes late. It's Matt's fault. Lisa Dixon's here. Hello, my wonderful peeps, she says. So I was on just a few minutes ago at 7 talking about social media tips, basically as to why, as a business owner, your posts are being seen. So little upfront talk, but also I didn't just throw out problems. I hopefully gave you some solutions to start with tonight. Tonight's Friday Night Live, and I have a very special guest artist coming on with me tonight. Matt's here too.
Hello.
Abby's here. And we got some funky bright lighting going on tonight, Matt. It was doing it earlier too. I don't know what happened.
Funky?
Funky bright light.
What kind of funky?
It seems like a little much, you know.
Well, you have them too close to you.
Well, would you do some lighting? Because guys, to be honest with you, at 8:30, he was still sitting outside on the sofa, and I'm like, guys.
No, you came by.
Then you beat me in here.
You came
because I was grabbing hot tea.
You came
my
by.
Mom could mug.
And you beat on the window.
I did.
And you gave me the peace sign. And
I gave you the peace sign?
And I was like, peace, what's up? And then you walked off, and then I come in here, and nowhere to be found. So I've been ready.
He was out on the sofa. We were out there earlier, and I was like, okay, we've got 15 minutes. I come in here, I set everything up, and then I decided at the last minute that I want to get some hot tea because I have a guest artist coming on with us tonight. I've got some fun questions for her. You're going to enjoy it. Stick around if you can. A lot of you already know who she is. But yeah, he's like laying on the sofa, and I'm like, why are you still out on the sofa? I see my guest artist in the waiting room. Hold on, sis. I'm like, why is he still out there? So I do knock on the glass, and he just said I gave him the peace sign. But what I said was,
I thought you came by and you were like, peace, what's up?
no, it's 2 minutes. Let's go.
I was like, yo,
you don't have the computer set up, the iPad, anything.
I have it. It's all done.
Okay. And then I decided this throat needed hot talk. I have talked like crazy. Rob says he misses you, Matt.
Rob, I owe you,
Lolly,
everybody else in the finger painting group, an apology. I was planning, and I really was. I had my image ready to go, what I was planning on finger painting, and I had a client call me Wednesday and said, I need you here Thursday, ASAP. And I said, cool. And then I came home and I told Dion, and she started crying.
Come on now. I did this painting though, this one, while you were off working. It turned out really well. But can you come on next Thursday with us and finger paint?
I want to.
Can you just tell your client you're busy?
That's not really how business works. But
Tasha says, I hear a bunch of excuses. Well, let's bring our guest on here tonight. Matt, I think will be really good at finger painting.
It's because of my masterpiece. It's because of my fat fingers.
It's because of your fat fingers. So here is my guest, y'all. What?
What?
Hi.
I feel like you're talking to the. Hi. How are you?
Backward. I know. I'm over here, Kristen.
I'm like, what? Is this? Can I feel my hand? What? It's freaking me out. Hi. How are you?
I am so good. I was on at 7 earlier, and I was doing some social media tips, and so I'm back again. You know, this is just how we hang out on Friday. I mean, we're just party animals.
I know you are. You are. For sure.
You are. What are you doing this evening, sis?
We were actually watching Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Did you Did you have to pause it and put it on hold?
Yes.
Oh.
Harry Potter. No, that's all right because you know, to be honest, the books are better, and it's darling. But when you've seen it probably 3 times, we're on like the 4th one, and I'm like, you know, this is not really what I mean, it's wonderful, but can we move to let's get to the Triwizard Tournament. Let's just get to I'm just like, what are we doing? This is ridiculous. No kids are with us. We're just watching him and his robes. And they're like, no, can we?
Harry and his robes.
It's magical.
Harry and his robes is fantastic. I asked Holden earlier, I said, can we watch some Avengers this weekend, buddy? Buddy, Holden. And he was like, he looked at me like this.
Ooh.
Like, he looked at like dad, like, help me. She wants to watch a movie together. What do I say? And I was like,
yeah.
You know what? I said, you know what? Forget you. I don't have time for you.
There you go. You have to like play hard to get with the sons. You know what I'm saying? You have to be like,
That's
I don't
what
care.
I decided.
I'm busy.
Okay.
I mean, that's
here,
not like they'll
let's
play back. They'll be like, good, good.
Good. Let's see. Never seen the movies. I did read the book, says Lolly. I love Harry Potter and I have all the movies, says Tasha. Kristen, I love your florals lately. Woo!
Thank you. That's very
Yes.
sweet.
Debbie Beard says, hey, Kristen. Hey, guys. Hey, Kristen. Hey, pretty girls. You
Debbie.
guys, I text Debbie or Debbie. I text Kristen earlier and said, hey, do you want to join me tonight? She said yes, but I knew that it was usually movie night on Friday night. So I'm feeling kind of privileged.
Well, I mean, you should, but not really because, it's just the two of us 24/7. So it's fine. We're trying to get some structure, Dion. I know you don't know anything about that, but I'm trying to set up like routines and structure so that we have some discipline in our lives. No, but to make things different. Like, hey, we'll know that Friday is pizza and a movie. Okay, how nice. One less decision, So
Yes.
like Tuesday is taco night, but we get a tipsy taco stuff, just little lame things like that 15 years ago I would have been like, what is wrong with you people? And now I'm like, it suits me. It's fine with me.
It suits you. I like that a lot, actually. Tell everybody what you've been up to this week, because last week we were at an art retreat together, but this week you're home. How has it been since you got home? What have you been doing?
Okay, wait a minute. You tell me if it's just me. You were cutting out. Is it my connection? Because you don't usually have trouble, right?
I have not noticed that I had any trouble. You guys let me know. Carissa says she's so funny. You both.
If I can't, you sound like the scary, like the Android people. Should I go out and come back in? I don't know sign language.
Oh, I don't know. You guys, is it hard for you guys to hear me, or is it just Kristen? Kristen, if you need to go out and come back in. They said they can
You're
hear
working
fine.
now. No, I'm blaming me. What did they say?
They said, I can hear you both. Your audio and visual is great. I hear fine. Fine.
Well, we'll keep going. Like you blacked out to me. I mean, I know you didn't. It's my end, I guess. And then where you sound like a robot and I only hear like every 5 words, I hear, So I'm like, But I am on Wi-Fi and I'm telling you, I know it's opposite for most people, I guess. But if I leave my phone on Wi-Fi, it's a problem. It's a situation, like Debbie would say. And so I should have turned it off. If I flip up and turn my Wi-Fi off, will it disconnect me? I don't think it will.
Nope, it won't. It'll just black. It'll go black for just a second, but you can glitch it over because we've got a lot of stuff to talk about, honey.
Hang tight. That's Dion's sweet way of going. I just move it along. I don't care. I mean, you don't care. Hold on. I'm going to flip you up 1 second because you froze again. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, it's off.
Hold on. We're good, sis. Hold on for one more day.
Uh-oh. Now I don't know how to get. Oh, Safari. And we're back. And we're back.
You good?
And we're back.
How many fingers am I holding?
Matt. Yeah.
2. Matt.
What?
And we're back.
I'm delayed.
You're delayed?
Yeah, it's always.
And we're back.
What?
Peace.
That's from Dodgeball.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. It's who is it?
That's Jason. That's Jason something on Dodgeball. Nope. No, never mind. Forget I said that.
It's Jimmy Fallon. And we're back. Something. I don't know.
I think that's a late night show that I'm in bed for. I'm in bed for that show.
Yeah, whatever, Iris. You're not anymore. You're up working. But it would be.
I'm working, but not on the TVs. So I was asking you.
What's up going on?
I was asking you, Ben Stiller on Dodgeball. That's what I was thinking, Carissa. I thought it was Dodgeball. So
okay, you're probably right. I don't know.
I was asking you, we were at the retreat last week together.
We were.
There's a funny story. Are you laughing about it now, or is it still pretty a sore subject for what happened to you?
Which one? I don't even know what you're going to ask. How sad is that? Like what?
Well, one person ended up without their luggage at the retreat.
Oh. It's not funny because I really needed to start out the thing with like being able to like calm myself so that I could focus on the ladies. And I couldn't do that. I was behind from the beginning, like in my own head. Like, I don't know what. I got my stuff's go. I don't know. What am I going to, you know what I mean? And so like if someone's laid back, they would be able to go, oh, wow, rolling with the punches. I'm like, yeah, no, I can't do that. And so I feel like the whole time I was going, wait, I never did. What are we doing? Did you paint something? What happened? you know, like sort of, I mean, my fault, not yours, of course. It was, you know, lovely.
You didn't do anything wrong.
But
You got your luggage lost.
I know, no, I know, but I'm saying that I should have, I don't know. Yeah, I'll just find something to blame myself for. Yeah, no, I got there and they said, I thought I heard a little Calhoun. I could have sworn I heard a Calhoun over the baggage claim area, but you know how it's loud. Like occasionally I'll hear someone talking and think, well, I hope they never call me because I wouldn't be able to hear that guy. And I heard Calhoun, and I was like, that might be me, I guess. So I'm like, what? So I get to the baggage thing and I go, where? Who's even talking? I asked somebody, where's the voice coming from? Like, I don't know where to go.
Right.
That's kind of funny.
I
And
wouldn't
I'm thinking,
know.
I'm like looking around, who's talking? Where would the guy be? There's not like a desk in the middle. There's no one. I was like, anybody else tell me what? And I thought, oh, baggage claim for Delta. Maybe I'll go there. So I went in there. I said, he said, are you Calhoun? I said, yes. And he said, your baggage didn't get here. And I was like, what? Okay. And what? He said, so if you'll write down your name. And I was like, hold on, I gotta go like an hour. I gotta go. I'm not just down the street. How will I get it? Well, just write your name down. It should be here tonight by 11:30. I said, okay, I'm gonna be calm. It's fine. It's just that, you know, I got to the beautiful place and like all the women, and I was just like, I don't know, I can't think straight. And then, you know, and I'm thinking, what's so hard? Just, you know, say hi. But I was like, blah, blah, blah. I can't, you know what I mean? It's fine. But then they brought it. So I stayed up all night watching because they had a little app thing and I was following the things.
Yep.
And of course, all the women were so sweet. They were like, here, you can borrow my clothes. I was like, that's so sweet. I want my stuff. I'm like, toothbrush. I got my little medications, all my things. Like, but I did. I wore the onesie from Nancy. So sweet. I thought, oh, this will be cute and big and floppy. It's not. It was kind of tight. So that was upsetting. But it was very sweet of her. And then I got hot in that. And then I wore Michelle's. And then I just felt like this needy person. Like, yeah, it's Kristen again. I don't have all the stuff. It's not my fault this time. But the ladies were so kind. And I was like, I've got clothes. I was like, thank you. Thank you.
Everybody was trying to take care of you and offer you clothes and all. I mean, of course, all you wanted was your own stinking luggage. It didn't come in, you guys, until the next day at like 3 or 4. And we weren't home. But Krista and I are sitting there eating at a table and her phone rings 3 times. And what'd you do?
I ignored it. If you're in my contacts, I'm not answering. It stresses me out.
She's like, oh no, I don't know who that is. I don't know that number. I'm like, they're calling again. They're calling again.
Answer the phone. I was like, I'm not answering the phone. I don't know that. They don't care about me. And then the third time, she's like, I said, whatever, fine, hello. And they were like, I have your luggage. I was like, okay, you're right. All right, thank you. I'm glad I answered. But they didn't say they would call. They say we will drop it off, like, and send you a text or something. So, but yeah, Dion made me go shopping without my clothes, so I was not naked. I was, you know, I had.
No, you had
Dion,
like shorts and a T-shirt from the big store.
I went to the grocery store and bought, to the big grocery store. I bought me a pretty salty time T-shirt, which, you know, goes to show that you just have to learn it's not about the clothes, because I agonized over the packing like a lot of women do. I was like, oh, okay, it shouldn't matter. I'm wear these. I feel kind of confident in this. Maybe I'll buy. And God was going, it doesn't matter, sweetheart. It doesn't matter. You're not going to have them. I should have known. I could have packed faster. You know.
And like,
but it's not about the clothes. But I was like, but it kind of is, Lord, okay, because I'm going to feel like, you know, it's fine. It didn't matter. And then if you're shopping with Dion, I mean, come on. The picture of it, I'm like, hey. There's Dion with her hat and her things. And I'm like, I don't take your room. Go shopping.
Stop it right now. You went shopping for yourself. And I was so proud of you. You actually went and spent some bucks on yourself.
I did. Impulsive. It's good. That's probably why I don't go more often. Maybe. No, usually I don't see anything I like. But when I'm like, I love it and it's a decent price. Hello. I never do. I do this like once a year. And I said at the time when I was like, oh, and there's what? I told Dion, I got to get out more. I'm like, oh, look, it's jewelry. What?
She was like, this thing is so sparkly and so shiny. And the girl checking her out goes, she doesn't get out much, does she? Because she's like, look, it's shiny.
It's like, it's so sparkly. I can have it on today. Hey, I'm happy every day when I put that thing on. It's so pretty.
That's awesome.
I just, you know, I do online things to support the fellow online people. So I buy it. But I don't go. I'm just like, I'm in a hermit phase, a season. I don't know. But I'm just like, I'm not going. I'm just going to stay here. So it was good. I got out and it was good. And
I'm really glad that you went. It was hopefully worth it to you. You did not. Nope. You did miss your flight, didn't you?
I
On the
did.
way-
See what I'm saying? Like I forgot that. Yeah, no, I did. I to get home that night. This poor Mikey had to. I was like, oh, I missed my flight. Actually, I was texting. I didn't call him. What am I doing this for? I was texting. I didn't call. Like if I missed it, and now I'm feeling all anxious. I did call him, and I was like, oh, I feel kind of anxious. No, what do I do? What have I done? What have I done? I just want to come home. And it's like 6:00, and I have to like fly standby and then standby, and it was fine though, which I knew it would be. So
It was fine. You got home, and it was so
Fine.
good to have you there. You sang a song for us down on the beach, around the bonfire, around the table,
Yes.
and
Yes.
she sang so beautifully, and we all sang with her. What'd you sing?
Fight song. This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm all right song. Yeah. My
So
power's
good.
turned on. Started now. Well, you asked me to, and I yeah,
So
it was good. I was
good.
like, of course, coming on the course, I could hear a little. This is my fight song. Yeah, that's good.
It was good. Lisa just said, I'm so glad you were there. And Patty Levine is on here and says, you are so funny. You did wonderful.
Patty.
You were so sweet. And they loved having you there, Kristen.
Well, they're kind. They're not talking about. I was probably talking when I wasn't supposed to, and I don't know what's going on. I was like, where? As it started, I was ready, and then I stopped, and someone asked me something, and now I'm not there. I don't have my stuff. Hold on. It's just if I didn't know about ADHD, it would be upset. I mean, it would be a serious thing because, if you can't be like a grown up, and it's always happening, like before, I would have been like, fix it. You're a grown up. Find out what the problem is and fix it, and you try, and it still ends up. I have all these memories of I wish I'd known when I was doing theater that it was legitimately an ADHD. Because again, every time, like, why can't I be a grown up? Like, there are children in this show, and they all have their stuff. And I'm like, I get there early. I'm like, I'm setting out all the outfits and the costumes because the gloves go with this. I'm responsible. And then the show starts, and I'm going, does anybody know where my people are like, here's your glove. It was over in this room, and I'm like, it's not like I'm careless. Like, it's not on purpose, It's just
But
very
honestly,
frustrating
but Kristen, if you think about it, when it's quiet and other people are talking, it's not like you're talking. So, I mean, it may feel that way because you have a lot of things going through your head, but you're pretty quiet when you're in a group like that. Like, it wasn't like you overspoke. Never.
Well, when someone's talking, I can focus too because I can't talk. Like the part of me that's keeps you from doing really stupid things. Like I'm quiet. I'm listening. It's when I can talk to somebody and they're talking to me that I lose all my sense of time. And I'm just like, what was I talking? I don't know. I painted some. I remember painting. What happened? Did you paint that? Like, and I don't like it because I'm like, I always think I'm going to sit and I'm going to like soak it in and listen to people and, learn. And instead I'm like, what was I talking the whole time? I don't know. I mean, when people were talking, that's the bad part. I'm like, don't anybody talk. Let's just, but then I'm the one talking. You know what I mean? It's not like people talk too much, but I will talk to them without knowing it. And it's awful, Dion. It's awful.
Well, I am so glad you were there. And I went around and I got all choked up. I went around the room and I was saying something to everybody. And I've seen Debbie Beard do that before, and it was so precious. And I got to you and I couldn't even speak to you. I was just like, I just got so choked up. I couldn't say anything because I was so appreciative that you came. And I was just like, I know that for it just would have been easier to stay home, girl. And I was so proud of you and just love seeing you and hadn't seen you in a while. And so I love you, girlfriend.
I love you too. And I was torn between Phil and Jip. Like, I'm Jip. I want to hear what she's going to say. And half of me was like, oh, I'm special. I feel kind of special. She didn't even say anything. Or she's just like, I can't think of everything to say to Kristen. I'll just say, oh, I can't. I'm too choked up. That's what I was thinking. I mean, you wouldn't do that, but I'm just saying.
No,
it could be a thing.
I had a lot I wanted to say, but I was coming towards you and I got like this, that kind of feeling. And I was like, my gosh, I can't say anything or I'm just going to lose my schmooze right now and I'll be done for the rest of the time. I should have saved you for last. I probably could have done that. But
it's okay. You had to do a lot of women. Yeah, and I videotaped a lot of that, not because I said sounds weird, but I'm just like watching her. It's like this, she's like going around. It's not like a thing where she's like, okay, I'm saying this about her. You're wonderful. You're great. Thank you for coming. It's not that. Dion has words for everybody that are thought about and heartfelt and just walking around making everybody cry, really, and letting them know how much she cares. Was it Patty? Someone said to you, we can learn to paint from a lot of people. Not anybody, just nobody else will care about who we are, not just how we paint. And I was like, that's a sound bite right there. Got to get that on a
That
video. That
sounds
was good stuff.
nice. That sounds nice. That made
It
me
was a
feel good
quote.
too. So yeah,
Yeah.
that was. Patty also
That was
said,
good.
or I told Patty she felt like family to me, as you do, and she said the same thing about me too. So this is super nice. J- Lisa says, and looks at you directly into your soul. Oh, that's so nice, my friend. Got to spend time with her. Listen, I've got a couple of questions here that
Oh,
I,
all right.
I want to learn more about you. I want them to learn more about you. And so I want to know a couple of things. Do you care if I ask?
Well, no.
Okay. What was your favorite play that you've ever participated in? You know, I know you've done a lot of acting, but I want to know what your favorite one was and why.
Oh gosh, that was Les Mis. Les Miserables.
Les Mis?
Les Miserables. Yeah.
Why?
Shut up. Mike's making fun of me. I was in Secret Garden. It was good, but it's not really good for viewing. It's very,
Making fun of her.
you know, how when you're really familiar, sort of like with painting, how you're really familiar with a subject or whatever, and you're doing it like if it's a painting, you're doing it all the time. Like a play is that way. You're like in the rehearsals and you're reading the script and you hear the music over and over and you see the people do it over and over and you're like, you know it. And so you're like, oh my gosh, and you appreciate all the different things. But an audience just sitting and watching it once, it's totally different. It's like, well, they didn't catch that and this is boring and that's, you know, like I'm like, but the words are like this thing. Oh yeah, you can't tell. Okay. So just Mike always is like, oh, that sucked. I mean, he didn't say it sucked because I was in it. I think I play Rose Lennox.
Cheryl didn't. So Kristen, yes. Cheryl didn't understand what your answer was.
You could say that about everything. I haven't really answered yet. I got off on the Secret Garden. Les Miserables. We did Les Miserables. The brief time it went off Broadway, then you're allowed to do it in community theaters and regional theater and whatever. It's not currently on Broadway. They took it off, and so that my local community theater was like, we can do it right now. Like we can have the script, and we did it. And I mean, I think they did a really great job, and the music is just, it's amazing, and the cast was amazing, and it was just, I'm trying to think why. Yeah, it just was. There was it was kind of a big cast, and a lot of men and boys, and usually, God love them. We love men, but they're just, it's just not.
Or what?
They're just, even intelligent ones. Sometimes they're just not super bright, and the boys, super bright. You know what I'm saying? Just with common sense things. I mean, yeah, they make me feel like I'm sensible, and a lot of boys, like younger, like 18-year-olds down, and so you just think, okay, this will be whoo. But they were just, I mean, at least to me, the people, they were just, I was like, oh, and I'm meeting another one. I knew, oh, you're one of the, okay. And they're just so sweet. I was like, and here's another one, and he's not a jerk either. He's so nice. And they were just sweet, and they just wanted it to all sound good. And it was just,
who did you play?
It was like the best experience. Oh, I was ensemble, really.
Ensemble.
I wasn't like a, so that means I was several kind of different things, which is part of the singing part that aren't the leads, really. Except for in the beginning, I was it's not even a part that it's not the innkeeper's wife, but it's an innkeeper's wife. Just in the first thing when he's walking around and the things, and I had like a solo, like singing solos, but I wasn't like, I don't think she had a name. So they were younger, usually they're younger. I was pretty much the oldest, except for like a character that's like an older woman for sure. Like I was sort of in the middle. I was like not old enough to be like an older woman, but I was too old to be the younger women. So I was sort of in the, I like to call it a swing, but it really wasn't that. A swing is like the ones that can do all the things. I couldn't do that. Anyway, so it was good though.
So what you loved about that was just actually the other actors and actresses as well, like as a whole, like you just really enjoyed the whole experience, the people and the actors.
Yeah, the people and getting to hear my friend who got to be Jean Valjean, and his voice is just, it was ridiculous. It's just a gift from God. It was just lovely, and getting to hear him sing like before we would come on, like I won't bore you with the different songs, but a couple of them are just like that make people cry. I'm back there, we're crying like every time. Like you heard it, you probably heard it 50 times, and we're back there going, okay, thank you for that. It's just so beautiful the way he sang it, and he was a sweet man, and I don't know, it's just good. It was just good. I was like, it's gonna be over.
I love that. Betty says the music is amazing, and Lolly says that's Les Mis is amazing. Will you show us a couple pieces of your artwork?
Sure. They're all unfinished. Actually, I can say that this one's finished. I think today I was like, I'm done. thanks to a friend of mine that's a mentor. And when she's kind of like, who says when it's done? How do you know? And I was like, oh, I get to decide. So I've been thinking lately when I'm like, oh gosh, I don't know. So I'm tired of it. I'm tired of worrying about where is it? Oh, it's done. Guess what? It's done. If nobody buys it, whatever. But that hasn't happened yet. I'm just saying. So I need to not worry about it. So I'm finally done with this one. It will look like it has to you already, but I've changed several details. So I did finish this today.
Isn't that incredible?
There.
What did you name this?
So hard. What
did you name this
you
one,
ask me?
Kristen?
I can't hear. Oh, I didn't name it. It's just Santorini. I don't know. I didn't name it. It's Santorini. So I'm just going to call it that. I'll call it Santorini Sunset.
Okay.
Santorini Sunset. Because I did a sunset. I changed the. Oh, the colors.
Beautiful.
You see them? You can't see them.
It's beautiful. Debbie says she loves your artwork, Kristen.
She is sweet. Hi, Debbie. Thank you. Here. I want you to see the sky.
Oh, the pink and the blue. The pink off that blue is so incredible.
I put a bunch of peach and violet and stuff. And then I changed the ocean a little bit. And it was going, it was like a letter. It's like, why does it look like a third grade? Oh, because the water's, anyway, it's fine.
Okay, Kristen, can I ask you what size that is and how much you're asking for it?
I'm sure it's, you know what? I haven't listed it yet. So I honestly I think it's a 24 by 24. It might be a 20. Hold on. Let me look. Let me think.
Okay.
That's about 12. So I'm going to say it's 24 by 24.
And how much are you asking for it?
Wait. Hang on. I'm not sure that's right. 12 and 12 is 24. It's 24 by 20. It's 2 feet. Don't you think? I have a tape measure somewhere. Of course, I don't have it on here. I don't know. Honestly, John, I was hovering around 200, but honestly, I haven't priced it. So you go ahead and do that for me. That'd be great. Thanks.
Well, she should price that, guys. Don't you think it's finished and she should get it on her website so someone can buy the thing?
I just finished it today.
Oh, come on.
To meet a friend. I got to meet an online friend today. I had to go stop what I was doing and do that, which is something I never would have done years ago. So I'm glad I did. Very glad, Miss G. Willikers. And she gave me some paint that I'm excited about using. I got presents. Y'all don't have your paint?
No, I don't have my paint, but I wasn't sure what you said.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do I need to talk louder? I feel like I'm talking really loud. I know I'm talking fast. Sorry, can't change that.
So, okay.
She gave me some paint, some texture paint that comes in like a pastry thing that I'd seen on YouTube actually, and they'd gone through and bought some, and she brought me one.
Oh, gee, Willikers
until I
get
them.
She's so nice. I really enjoyed meeting her. Okay, so our consensus is that's going to need to be more than $200.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, it's not very specific. It's too specific. It's Santorini. Like, I start trying to picture in people's homes, and if I can't really do that, then I think, oh, I don't know. Anyway,
so you guys, what do you think Kristen should price that painting as?
They probably didn't get.
They're saying more money. Definitely more money. That was not enough.
Okay.
Greta's yelling at me and you.
Okay. All right. I will. I'll do more. I hadn't. Oh, look at that. Okay, I've got this one, but it looks like I let the grandbaby get the. It's like washable paint. I bought that like finger painting. It's just goop. It looks like syrup.
Can we see it closer, Kristen?
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Let me think. Let me see.
$325, $350, at least $350.
No, not for this one. No, because this is on a very cheap canvas. No. This is one of those that was
for the Santorini. Okay. For the Santorini.
Okay. I think this will wash right out. I'll just do some work while I'm here. Thank you. Go ahead. I'm just kidding. I think it'll wash right off.
Yes. They also would like to see the one above your head on the wall behind you.
That's not done either.
Well, Lisa Jones said that painting of Santorini needs to be $450.
Well, we can try that. We'll try it. Hang on. Excuse me. Don't go anywhere.
If we want Mikey to yell from the background, we'll hear him go, yeah, $450.
This one still, I just kind of do something. I kind of throw stuff at it. Oh, that's funny. I wasn't processing because I throw stuff on this one every few days or something. It's still, so it's like, it's just a crazy. I started putting pieces from another one that I scraped off. I started gluing them on, making it like a mixed media thing. Oh, look, see, look, that's a cool idea, sister. Yeah, I just thought it'd be sort of a chaos neon-y thing, and I'm gonna paint the background something different a little bit, and I just keep adding colors to the flowers until I like them, because right now it's not doing it for me. It's a little crazy. I wish I'd finished my Dion so I could show you that, but I can't. I mean, I can show you, but it's still not. She's still not.
Show us your Dion. I love that floral there,
No, 'cause I
Kristen.
still haven't. I haven't worked on her since I left from your thing, so she's not Dion quite yet, but she will be. Her cheeks are too round or something. It's not quite you. It's bugging me. So we'll get it. We'll get it.
I have all
It's
that. I have all of that
But yeah,
shiny.
do
You
this.
know, I have all of this shiny bronzer on.
In that picture? In the
Always.
In that picture I'm looking at, though, I think maybe I lightened it, but I think you did, because you're kind of more glowy and peachy in it, and pinky. But I can add more bronzer on there. I just haven't done it yet.
No. Whatever the picture looks like. I think it's awesome.
I'm just saying it's not you yet.
You're always amazing with those.
She's a little doughy. You're not doughy. So that's, but her shirt's looking seven, right? Come on. And her hat. I thought, okay, the hats are something that Dion makes sense. So I'm not going to have the hat look crappy. Dion's going to be like, oh, thank you so much. Oh God, oh, the hat. Can you add something to that? If I just made it like plain white, that'd be funny if I did on purpose. I wish I was honoring her that way, but I'm too spazzy. I wish I could just like make it really ugly and just like flat and go, is that your hat? And watch you go, okay.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
But I was like, no, I'm gonna make it. It's gonna have every detail of that fabric right here and the fabric right there. It's got the drips. It's gonna have all the things.
Thank you. I think you
work.
did a beautiful job. It looks finished to me, but I can see if you want to give me more bone structure on my cheeks, that's cool.
See, there we are. There you go. Yes, I'm going to.
All right, girl. Okay, listen.
I'm having a hard time. Oh, you gotta go.
Does anybody else want to see a painting that they see in the back of her? Because they're asking to see certain ones. But it was a consensus that your Santorini needs to be way more than 200 because you don't ask enough for your painting, says a rainy day.
Okay. Yeah, she's right, probably. They don't have any, they're just not finished.
That's okay.
Look what I keep doing. Look what I keep doing. Like, she was good, and then I throw stuff on it. Look, she looks like she's got leprosy. Like, what?
Okay.
And so I just get frustrated and go, what am I even trying to do?
Finish that. She's beautiful, but finish this. Okay, finish this sentence for me. You ready?
Okay.
The problem with painting portraits is blank.
They represent a person that's a real person, and so you kind of have to be. You don't want to. You can't go flippant to go. I just want. I'm just making abstract. I don't care, because it changes the face, and if it's someone, if I want to paint Dion abstract, I'm just gonna make it purple here, blue here. Well, it's someone. So that's the only problem for me. It's not a problem. I enjoy the challenge, I think, but it's important. Like if you make them. Someone can paint me like this, and I'd be like, do I look like that? And so one little sweep can make a person's whole face look different, and I'm like, oh, that's not her. Well, but I bring it on myself because I choose to do it because I like it. I like seeing that face look back at me when they're there, and I get the eyes and they're looking at me, and I say, well, hi there. It's kind of freaky. I mean, it's kind of
come alive,
weird.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very weird. Like, there she is, and I'll go, am I talking? Does anybody hear me say that? I'm talking to myself to a painting, but she's not here. It's weird.
I love it. I love it. I wrote down some more questions. So the next one that I have for you is, do you have a hard time? No, wait. Do you need to learn to say no in quotes more often? Are you one of those people that needs to say no more often?
No, I don't.
Why?
In my 30s, I was like, okay, I'm not just going to be nice and say yes. Well, that was when I talked on the phone. And it's very hard to say no in the moment to someone. So if you don't answer the phone and you make people write you and you are deliberately not isolated, but when first of all, you're somewhere where you don't know anybody. So all the local kind of social things, there's no commitment there. So it's only online things. And you know, I don't put myself where I'm, you know, asked to do a whole lot of online things. Like, you know, a friend saying, come on this live, but I don't feel like that's not a no, because I'm still just right here. It doesn't like take a day of my time or a week, or it's not a big, so I can say yes to the online things. It's the, you know, social obligations, like local things that I would be like, you don't have to answer. I'm not saying it's the right way to do it, but you know, when I not make someone, I can take my time. I'm like, they're not here. This is not immediate. My phone is not a person. So I can set it down and go, well, I saw it, but they don't know I saw it. And who cares if they did? It's my house, my things.
Right.
And I don't answer until I'm ready to answer, period. So I'm
Right.
52 years old.
You're
I don't want to
52.
answer. I'm not going to answer.
So what
And I
tips do
can
you have?
kick
What tips do you have on those?
and kick. 50
50.
years old.
She's doing her Saturday Night Live sitcom show right now.
Sure am. I like to kick.
You need to repost that, by the way. You're 50. You need to repost it.
Okay.
I need
kinda
to see
do it on my
that every
birthday.
year on your birthday.
Okay. I think I do that, but I don't want to say that because maybe I'm wrong, but I think that I do. I'll haul it out. But Facebook lately, you know how they don't like even edited videos, like short ones, those used to do really well. And now it's like, wah. Like, but they liked it before. It's like, no, okay. 20 people saw it. All right. Well, whatever. Anyway, who knows?
Definitely tricky. But what advice do you have for those of us over here that might be listening to you that need to set boundaries? Because you said you're at 52, you know, you've learned. What advice do you have for them on saying no and setting up boundaries? How do they make that? How do they learn to do that?
I mean, like I said, you can set when it's not something immediate, you know, in your face. It needs to be like a parent, a teacher calling you, or, you know, whatever, like a PTA mom, whatever. Give yourself some distance so that you can think about it and think about, like, do I want to say no or do I want to say yes? And what are the reasons you would say no or say yes? You don't have to do it. Nobody gets to make you answer immediately, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I think of those timeshare, used to be maybe they still do it, I don't know. Timeshare salesman, like on a vacation, and they give you this information and they say, you have to decide right now. If you do it now, you know, they're trying to rush you so that you don't have time to like think rationally. Because they know if you leave, rational thinking is going to come back and you're going to go, I don't want to do that. And so they want you to do it right then. I'm like, nobody gets to do that for me. I mean, my kids can and my husband, but nobody that's not intimately in my life gets to rush me on stuff. And so that helps if you have, I heard actually someone talking about that, like for like bids and things like quotes to not, because I had to do it in person a couple of times when I didn't know better. I'm like, that was so hard. I don't know. Like, I guess I'd do it for, that's horrible. And now once I learned to go tell them, I'll get back with you, and then email them. And then I was like, oh, non-confrontational. I should have done that. So, you know, if you can do that.
Yeah.
Give yourself some space to go, I'm going to answer you as soon as I can. I'm thinking about it. I'm weighing, whatever. Or just say, I'll get back to you. You don't have to give them a reason. So I would say that.
That's good.
Thank you.
That's good.
And then just
Matthew.
decide, is this going to make you have to say no to things, your family or something that's going to be more important? Or is it going to make you, for me, it's like, I will be stressed out for the next day or the next week or whatever it is. Is it worth that? Or can I not be that way? Or, you know, if it's not worth it, it's not worth it, you know?
You have to guard your own heart and protect yourself. It's
Yes,
really good advice.
guard my own energy.
Yeah, I know.
Because it's so easy to knock me off, or I'm like, I'm done. And I'm done now. Life's not worth living. And I can't do anything. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And so I have to guard what makes that happen. And because if that happens, I'm like, oh, crap. Now I'm saying no to everything. And that's not how God wants me to be either. So anyway, that's what I know.
Betsy said, I was trying to get you to come to Kelly's retreat. I hope I didn't pressure you, she says.
Oh, God, poor Betsy. No, it was not pressure because, again, you're not like on my doorstep. If sweet Betsy was like, am I ringing my doorbell? Oh, I wouldn't answer because I'd be like, don't, you know, but she didn't. It's not like she's there. She's on my phone. Again, you don't have to, you can say, oh, goodness, you know, I've got to explain to her why I'm not or why I can't. And I can do that when I want. I was able to answer when I wanted to. You know, like, I can't right now. I'll be stressed out and I'll say stuff like too many things or not enough things. Or so I'm like, I'm not doing that now and I don't have to. It's on my phone. She's not here. And if she were, I would get the door, Betsy, because I know her and she's very sweet. But, you know, it's just like, it's not good for anyone if I can't think to answer you. You know, they don't get a good explanation and I feel terrible. And, so I'm just like, when I'm ready and I'm calm, I will say, hey, let me explain. And I'll tell them, but you don't have to answer them right then. They don't know.
All right. So I've got another question for you, Kristen. When we were down on the beach and having our little bonfire, I played some music and You have some dance moves that are pretty special and interesting. And I'm curious, who taught you to dance like that, sis?
I was born like that, girlfriend. I was born
Just
with the
born
soul.
like that.
Yeah. I just want to say, I've thought I'm just seeing those videos everywhere, and I already know I'm going to look about 500 pounds more than I thought that I looked, and it's going to be horrible. But I haven't seen them, so I don't know if people are just being kind or what. But I just wanted to know that, and not saying anything about drinking, because I had like a decade where I did that quite a bit. So I'm just saying I was not. And that is why, because I twerked so hard that I basically threw my back out, and that was stone cold sober. So I was like, and this is why, Kristen, because if I'd been drinking, I don't know. So this is why I don't very much anymore. I'm just saying. But so then I'm sensitive to, because I'm thinking, well, not that it's judgy, but like people are gonna be like, oh, she's drinking like a lot. Nope, actually I didn't. Not a draw.
No,
but
no
it was
drinking.
fun. It was good.
Well, I had like this much wine, but afterwards I was like, they probably thought I had like this much wine. But I had to.
You were dancing? No.
I was trying to learn Kristen's moves, and and then Patty does her thing, and I'm just like, man, I'm behind here. I got to catch up. I ruined my pants though in the sand and the water.
Oh yeah, I'm not willing to admit those are ruined. We got to do, because I was looking at it thinking, Dion's getting the bottom of her white pants dirty for this. These ladies, I hope they appreciate that's a big deal, because she knows it's happening. It wasn't like you didn't know. I was like, she knows. It's like a decision. That was so sweet. I can't remember. Did you ask me something?
No. Oh, I said
No.
basically
Oh, no,
I said, how did you learn? Yes. Yeah. She was.
My daughter inspires me. But
your daughter?
My daughter's really, really good. She's an extremely good, like, hip hop dancer. Her little body just moves. It's just, I mean, it's not just me. Okay, I'm saying, like, there's women have said before, like, I could just watch her all day. Like, she's just, when she was in high school and college. I don't know, but I would say, okay, I can't do that, but you got it from your mama. Okay, I'm just saying, like, she knows, like, but not like her. There's something about once you're a certain age, it doesn't matter. It's not just the age, because I know some women can look good, but I'm just like, why is it that the moms, I can do the same moves and I look like, because we go, we make stupid faces, and I don't know. But you didn't look like that. I had a lot of women that I couldn't believe they were trying to do it, and I was like, please, if this was hot, I would be saying like, well, it's kind of difficult. No, I was like, no, it's just the grossest move. Just stick everything out. And you were not the only one. A lot of women going.
I'm like,
what?
Like this? Like what? I look like I was like chicken. I was like this.
I love that they were doing it, but I just thought something's wrong with me, because it's really easy for me to do it. So I don't know.
Yeah, Patty says what happens in Texas stays in Texas. Oh, okay, it's so funny, so funny. We had such a great time. Okay, I've got one more question for you, or maybe two.
Okay.
Wait, did a kid just say something? No. What's your favorite song to sing?
Wow, that's really broad.
It's very broad and very vague. But if you had like 3 seconds and I said, Kristen, you have to sing in 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3, go. What would you sing?
Wish that I try to always think of stuff like that, because I want to be able to do that. Like if you did though, but I'm gonna go, I don't know. Like I'm like, okay, and I can't ever think of one. I'm gonna have to disappoint you. I can't think.
I'm not disappointed. I'm not disappointed.
Well, because I'm like, I don't have an answer. I'm trying to think. What
is okay. Like I didn't give you a list of questions to prepare.
Can you think of anything?
Can I think of it? Ask Mike.
Isn't that sad? That's what I'm asking him.
Oh, he can hear you.
What? I know. He said, you sing a bunch of songs. I know. I can't think of a single one right now. I like to sing. What do I like to sing?
What does he like to hear you sing? What does he like to hear you sing?
Oh, I'll put him on the spot. He won't. Okay. He's like me. We don't have any recall. I don't know.
Okay, then never mind.
Yeah.
You can come back to it later. Sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
I can type in the answer later.
Are you breaking up with me?
Me?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I don't think so. Not at this time, no.
Not now, not today.
Not this time, no. Oh, we're good.
All right. So if you have to describe your driving technique, your driving style, how do you describe your driving style?
Did you hear that? Is that why you're chuckling? It's not erratic. It's solidly fast all the time if I can. Because, again, impulsivity. I want to get there. I don't want to be in between. I want to be here or I want to be there.
He said erratic. He said erratic?
Yes, he did. Erratic to him, who's like steady and steadily doing whatever he wants to. I am watching all the things and getting where I need to be as fast as I can. I would just say fast. Not because I'm not careful, because it's a superpower. I was telling poor Kelly and Kimberly in the car with me, because but I want to point out we didn't get any. I'm like, I've never been in a wreck. I've run into stupid things like before I ever leave, but like I've never been in a wreck. And I drive. I mean, I don't do it anymore. Well, because I don't have any reason to. But I mean, I had a speeding ticket for going like 90 something. What's going on?
I'm laughing at Patty. She goes, "You drive like me. You drive like you just escaped prison."
Safely, carefully, but yes, as fast as I can. But the superpower, like I see, like there's always too much information input coming in. But when you're driving, that's a good thing to be safe, because I'm like, I see this thing coming up. I can see it in the rearview mirror. I can talk. I'm watching the things. I'm thinking of the gas. I'm like going steady. I'm holding this straight, and I'm going as fast as I can. And I'm looking for cops all the time. So I don't usually get, I haven't got a speeding ticket in like 25 years or something either, because I can't. I'm just like, this is not a Sunday drive. I just want to get there. And yeah. And I just feel better if I'm going faster. I mean, it's not that it's okay, commendable. I mean, it's dumb maybe, but that's just.
No, it is. It's an open-ended question, sis. It's just so, there's no right or wrong. Oh, Matt, now you're here?
Yeah. So
now he speaks.
If Kristen and Patty drive like they just broke out of prison, how would you describe how you drive?
Oh, this is for me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I drive
like you're going
like
to prison.
I'm
slow.
Going to prison. I'm in no rush to get there.
Oh.
I actually am in a rush. Here's my thing. I do like a calculated version of what's the fastest route to get there, because I hate backtracking. I hate wasting time in anything I do. So I do a calculated. I just go the speed limit. I have had speeding tickets, and I go the speed limit, and I do not go over.
I would rather get a tooth pulled. I'd rather you punch me in the face than have to drive the speed limit most of the time. Like punch me in the face and then let me drive fast. I would rather. I'm not. I can't stand it. It's so slow. I can't stand it. Absolutely.
Okay, so
that's like do you know the speed limit is the lowest?
Don't ever put you guys in the same car.
Don't ever put us in the same car. I think I've driven with you in the car. You've been in my car. She was in my car the other day. Was I slow? Did you even notice?
Oh, well, obviously I didn't notice because I was probably talking the whole time.
Thank you.
Notice.
It was at night too.
No, it wasn't. We went on. It was morning. We got on the ferry in the morning.
I'm careful at night. If I can't see, and if the weather's bad, if it's slippery, but I grew up driving in Kansas City, so I can actually drive on, well, as much as you can on ice, but snow and ice, it doesn't fit. Because I can think of that you don't brake. I had to do skid pan in high school, and we had to learn in the old days, in the 80s, like where they put you in a frozen over parking lot and they run you into a skid and you have to get out of it and steer to the skid and all that. Yeah, I can do it.
Lolly says speed limit. It's just a suggestion. And Lisa Dixon says.
Not only that, it's the lowest you don't have to drive. It's like no faster than this. This is as low as you can drive, like 40. So they don't want you to drive 35. Because
that's ridiculous, Kristen. That's not what it says. It says the speed limit, and then it says minimum speed. Minimum is the lowest. Sorry, bad answer.
Y'all see her getting hot? Girlfriend.
Well, Lisa Dixon says beyond you are in the car in front of me.
She's gonna get mad.
40
on most. When it's 40, are you kidding me? It's like my grandma could walk faster. I'm like, this is not. There's no. And again, it's when it's like open. There's like lots of traffic. If it's bumper to bumper, I'm not like trying to run around people. Like it's, again, I grew up driving in like 4 lanes of traffic, like on the highway in downtown Kansas City. I'm not careful when there's cars. But usually it's like, if you're driving in the freaking suburbs, it's like, there's no cars. There's like one up there. Like there's nothing. Just go. Just go. Just go. Unless there's children. And if I'm in a neighborhood, I don't go zooming through. But if there's no children in my neighborhood, I'm going to go fast because guess what? I can see them. There's nobody there. People are like, you could have hit a child. I'm like, there's no children out here. I can see them. I'm not blind. If any child was anywhere near the road.
Have you seen how fast those children run out in the street?
They can't. Do you know how fast I'm at one spot? Like if I'm here and I'm driving there fast, it's like a half a second. No kid can go from their front porch to the street in a half a second.
Well, then if you get there in a half a second, you are speeding.
Yes, I am. Absolutely. Absolutely. But you also don't have. You also though know that it's not like it's my little boys, you can always recognize that they have ADHD because they're like can't sit still. They're like everywhere. And you're like, oh my, stop running it, sit here. Because they're like driven by a motor. And I always be like, but I'm not. I can sit still somewhere and I can read and I can do those things. So it's not, but that's how mine like manifests. And I'm just like, I got to go. It's like someone pushing me from behind. Go, go, go. all
Well,
the time.
at
All the
one
time.
point, I made
What?
Michelle drive, or I didn't make her. I asked if she would drive on the way home through. She had to drive through Houston both times, but the first time, no, Dallas, it was raining. Was it raining in Dallas? I don't remember. It was dark and it was raining, and I was like, I'm about done here. Like, I'm about done. She reaches over and puts her hand on me. She goes, now I understand you a little bit better.
Well, I need to see that
Because I
happen.
was like, oh,
Now,
it's the traffic and the rain. And she was just, I'm jumpy.
If it's
obnoxious.
dark and it's raining, I don't drive normally. I mean, I drive a lot slower because again, it's not like I think I'm supernatural. If I can't see and drive safely, then I wouldn't do it. So at night and if in the rains, that's different. I'm talking about visibility, daytime, go, just go. I can't, like, can you see okay? You can, but let's go. Let's go. I want to get there. I don't want to be in the middle. And it does make a difference. My parents used to say, but you haven't even gotten there any faster. I'm like, well, I feel better. So that's worth a lot. But even if I didn't get there, but I do get there faster because like, I can't do the math. I'm terrible at math. It's if I'm going like 10 miles faster.
Yeah.
Than
No,
the thing that's like
Renee,
10 minutes faster. I don't know.
Renee, it's
I
going to
feel
be
better.
fine. Listen, Renee, it's going to be sunny all the way on the weather on the way down to the beach, sister. We're going to have sunny weather. We're not going to have any trouble. I'm curious before we go, last question for you. You ready? What was your favorite part of last week's retreat?
Oh man.
Oh, is that hard?
No, because I just can't think. I feel like I've already said to somebody, and I wish I could remember what I said. That I love.
It's probably me.
Did I tell you what I loved? Because then you should just tell me right now what I said, because I can't think. I loved. Well, I mean, mostly honestly the painting. I mean, I love like setting up our paints and everything, and having you there and like, woo, we're gonna watch and like paint. I just wish that like I said, that's when I wish that I could redo that part. Because like I forgot about all the things that I tried to do like for abstracts. Like I couldn't even. I was like, because I'm used to doing it alone. Like I know it's good to be with people, but I mean, introvert. Don't anybody laugh. Like I'm used to like I can't think. I can't think. Like if there's even one person, I'm talking to them like this, and I can't think. And I'm like I gotta I don't know. Well, where if I go hide in the bathroom? Yes. Okay, I'll do that. But I just
a couple of times you went for a dip in the water. That was probably fun. Just
I love me the ocean, and so I love that. I always love that. But it's not retreat specific. You know what I mean? But yeah, I just love
that's okay.
Standing in the ocean, and it's just just like for most people. I mean, it's God's creation right there. Like yes, the moon causes the tides, but it's created.
Yeah.
Like He said, where it's just to stop. I mean, everywhere that you are on the beach where it stops, God put that there all around the world. He said, "Who told the tide where to stop and where to start?" And it's just kind of cool. It's like it's science, but it's God created it. Like it's there, and it was there. Like I told you, I said you probably couldn't hear me. I was like, just got there. I was like, Dion, think about it. This is ancient. This was here before any town, any people. It was doing this very thing.
You did say that.
Waves.
You did.
These waves were coming in, and it wasn't on us going, oh, look, it's the beach. Like God put that there. That was there when there was nobody, and it was dark and quiet. Those waters were doing that. I just think but I like it better the time, but still.
I remember you pulling me aside and saying, look at this right there. I do remember. Yeah. But I was thinking you had told me on a Marco Polo the other day that your favorite was the last night when we did the bonfire and we were just kind of around listening and dancing and just relaxing. Maybe I did. I don't remember saying that. I don't remember. I wasn't relaxing either because I get nervous, and then I like dancing though. That was wonderful. I was going to ask you about. Okay, well, I might lift it up there. It's like sand fleas. Have you ever been? Is it sand fleas? Are those a thing? Because your right foot. I mean, I would dig my feet down in it because I just want tactile. So I like the feel of it. I would stand there with my feet buried in the sand. I was like, who cares? But my right foot, it's like, and they're like chiggers. I've only had chiggers once. And you've probably had them in Oklahoma, maybe. Sand fleas. Is sand fleas a thing, Mr. Woods?
Is that there?
It is a thing down there? It is a thing down there.
Or are they actually just chiggers? Because it's like, the one time I got bit by chigger, I was like, what is this? It's like a mosquito bite, but it stays. It doesn't go away. You itch it, and it gets itchier and itchier. And it's still there. Like a week later, I'm like, what is? And those were chiggers, and it's like that on my foot. I don't know why. I was like, well, that ruined that. No, I didn't ruin it. I'm kidding. But I was like, what the? It looks like I have leprosy on my foot.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It'll go away. Oh no, Dion, it's not your fault. I think I'm the only one. So it's not like it was the beach either. I mean, it wasn't like it's just me. I don't know. And maybe it was the grass or something.
It's because
But
you're so
no, I enjoyed
sweet.
it. I loved it. Yes, I'm
It's because
spicy.
you're so sweet. So you have
They
sweet
like
feet.
spicy.
But I didn't get any bites, but I guess we have before. He probably has before. I did hear some of the ladies saying there were ants like out in the grass around the house.
I
red
didn't know that I
ants.
was one of those, but maybe.
Fire ants.
Fire ants.
I would have known if I didn't.
Veronica says she loves your background wall. Debbie has chiggers in capital letters with a bunch of question marks. I don't know if she knows what that is.
Oh,
Debbie.
I mean, they sound gross, but they're, yeah. I mean, I
Debbie,
heard guys say, don't get sugar bites, but once I did have them, like as an adult, I realized I hadn't had them yet, and they're not the same thing as, I just thought, oh, they're mosquito bites, or they're little fleas or whatever. No, they're, I guess, I think they're little spiders, technically. I don't know. You don't want to know. I don't want to know. I'm like, I don't want to read any more about that.
I don't know, but you get them. You get chiggers when you're in like grass, like tall grass. Usually, like it's best to wear like pants, Debbie, because they itch. They I don't know what it is, but they get you, and then they bite, and then it just.
I'm gonna send her a picture of my foot. It's frightening because, like, I'm prone to mosquito bites. They like me that too, but yeah, they go away. They're like you itch them or you don't, whatever. In like 2 days, they're kind of gone. These like. And I read about it the first time I had them. It like releases the poison again, like in your freaking skin every time you scratch them, and it's still there. It's like that. I mean, they're gonna go away, but golly, it's crazy. It's like it feels like an evil thing because it's like
Lisa said she had a couple varieties of bites, like at the beach in the sand too.
It's not your fault, Dion. It's not your fault.
Oh,
You're just on the beach.
Still.
Look, y'all, now she's going to take responsibility, so don't tell her if you got anything. I should have mentioned it. It's a lovely place. It's fine. It's not the beach. It's just my skin. It's like my chemistry. Who knows?
The price you pay for being out in nature.
Debbie's like, are they in Texas? She's got a trip to Texas in 2 weeks. Now she's freaking out.
Tell her no, they're not, Debbie. They don't have them there. Okay.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Mind is a powerful thing.
Put pneumonia on them. It neutralizes the poison, says Laura.
Ammonia. Thank you. Okay.
Oh my goodness. I hope that you can get rid of that itch. Listen, this was totally spontaneous and so much fun because I'm glad that you were here joining us tonight. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
So you're gonna go watch the
I'm
rest.
Exhausted. I'm sweaty. Because I can't ever just talk calmly. I would like to. I can't do it. I was like, this is the day where I'm going to say, oh, hi. Yes, that's lovely. What? I can't do it. I'm like,
that's not Kristen. No.
No, definitely not. Were you talking? Did I interrupt you? You said something. Shut up.
I was just laughing. I was just saying goodbye and thanking you. Oh. Danielle made a good point. She says they're really only out in the like chiggers are out in the summer when it's warm in the grass. When it gets cooler at night, they die off.
Well, it was kind of cool. It had gotten cooler out there. It wasn't really warm, but they found me somewhere. I think
she was explaining it to Debbie, so Debbie understood.
Oh, I forget.
How the chiggers.
About me? Oh, Deb. Okay. Yeah, and maybe I got them. Who knows? I should have. I don't know why. It's just going in my mind. That's instantly, out my mouth. But I did love dancing on the beach. That was good because I haven't done that in a long time. All right, I'm just reading anyway.
I'm reading the questions. Matthew, you have anything left for Miss Kristen? You got to spend time with her you'd met her before, but you get to spend some time.
I was going to say, you probably didn't remember that it wasn't your first, I think it was your second workshop that you ever had in person.
Yeah.
Because we were all still, like we were in that one little section when the partitions were still there in the back of what you call it.
Yeah.
And someone had brought like paintbrush cookies. I think he brought them in for whoever made them. I don't remember. But I remember thinking, oh, this is Matt. So he was just kind of standing there, just surveying it. I thought he's dragged along. And I said something like, I can't remember. Something like, you are you thrilled? Or I don't know, something. And he's like, no, it's fine. Something like that. And I thought, he's probably thinking, what's going on? What are we doing? What is the, but that was before, it was like your second one public kind of thing ever.
That would have been,
I'm sure he doesn't remember that.
Kristen, that was in December of 2017. Those
Look
are
at you.
really, I mean, it seems like a long time ago, but technically it really wasn't that long ago. But yeah, Matt used to come
It
and he was
feels like
really
it.
quiet and he didn't say anything. He used to
Mhm.
hide behind the
Yep.
scenes. Now he's
Mhm.
up front and like, you know,
I'll say now
the
he's
show. He says he's the talent.
that's funny.
He says,
I mean, I'm not laughing. That's a funny thought, Matt. That's funny.
It's
Dion's just
true,
here for what?
Kristen.
is
It's
it?
true.
Is it? Is it?
Okay.
It's true.
Okay. All right. All right.
All right,
Back to you
everybody.
guys.
You guys have a great weekend. Kristen, thank you for joining me. I'll let you get back to your movie.
You're welcome.
Thank you for the
No problem.
fun. Thank you for the giggles, everybody. You guys have a great weekend, and we will see you back Sunday night at 8:30 Central Time. Love you, girlfriend.
I love you too. See ya.
Bye, darling.
Mwah.